Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be sharing a real side dream experience from my book Chronicles of a Cosmic Space Case. Dream 6. Reptilians behaving badly. In this dream, I was observing. I was neither immersed in, nor did I have a role to play, nor interact with any of the individuals and the scenery. Maybe doing my objective viewing. So possibly I did have a role and was looking at it from this awareness perspective. But it seemed that I was simply watching. A village setting. In modern times, as far as one could tell, a female was engaged in a ceremonial burying of the dead. It was rather an odd custom, but she was burying the bones, and it was essential they face a certain direction of the compass. No sooner had she finished this curious ritual that a reptilian burst from the ground, bundling the shocked female unceremoniously to the ground and holding her there. He was full reptilian, bipedal, greeny grey scaled, and evidently rather outraged with the female, the recipient of his wrath. He revealed the reason for his aggression, as he explained to the female how the reptilians were fed up with this particular ritual and what it resulted in. Judging by her shock, she and her people were blissfully unaware of how the ceremonies were affecting adversely a species that they, until now, had never realized existed. He threatened that there would be ramifications for her transgressions, and then promptly vanished. He was not telling untruths, as later the village was under attack from what was predominantly an invisible menace that slaughtered many of the people there. I say predominantly, as some witnesses reported seeing reptilians that were administering this carnage, but much of it was witnessed as people being slain, as though by invisible foes. The next day, everything returned to normality, or as normal as it is likely to be after such an event. I was observing throughout, and would carry on doing so. My dream, although short in its duration, spanned many months of their time. It seemed that even despite the reptilians being the cause of their deaths, many had taken to a kind of worship of them. They were even dressing up in costumes that very loosely resembled their assailants of months ago. As they persisted in their idolizing of the reptilians, with their costume-wearing actual reptilians unseen by them would move amongst them, probably for the purposes of tap-lining, and most likely they had been always there, unseen, and always inserting their tap lines into another group of individuals they wanted to control and energy vampirize. I had the impression that the ceremonies these people were doing were causing the reptilians problems on the astral level. The collective focus on certain ideas, particularly of a ritualistic and distorted nature, possibly, may have been creating astral thought forms or projections of this nature, created by their collective created consciousnesses, and that these manifestations were on the loose, on the astral, and likely annoying the reptilians that reside there. That, or possibly something along the lines that their created beliefs may be causing those that pass over to be stuck and confused, and causing disruption in some way to the reptilians. The specifics of their ideas may result more readily in ghosts than one or the other. A strange reaction to the reptilians too, from the people there, but it was apparent they'd never seen their like before, and maybe considered them demons or powerful creatures from higher realms. It may have triggered old ancestral memories of encounters with the reptilians, where maybe the reptilians, as they did with humans, presented themselves initially as deities, and even though, as with the humans, such events are not in any recorded histories or in living memory, the fact that it occurred would be stored in every individual's causal body, and would possibly trigger such reactions as worship and reverence. I wonder how the masses of humans might react were reptilians to reveal themselves publicly. Maybe something similar as demonstrated in this dream experience. Dwayne provides a view. Again, someone's being bothered. It's another bothered experience. In the beginning, it's basically what a lot of people are doing. Look at the world. You have all kinds of stuff. You have the light people, the Galactic Federation, the meditators, the yogis, etc. All of them do some kind of ceremony or ritual. This experience was just a particular one. Again, the lady is doing a ritual with bones, and this represents something dead, something that's been dead a long time. The skin's not even there, just the bones. So that means it's just been sitting there. What she's doing is an old idea that's dead, and she's still doing it, but for some reason it's bothering the reptilians, because they get bored too. She's done this routine over and over. The reptilians keep watching it, and they are bored with it. Can't she do something else? Think of something else? So the reptilians always look for an excuse, because they're bored, they're knuckleheads, and they just like to cause trouble. This gives them an excuse to step up, and to them, they look at the people as stupid individuals doing stupid things, which most people do. They just do stupid things, but to them it seems to be something. The months go by, and things return to normal. In other words, you're seeing the craziness that people do, but then it turns back to normal, because that's the view of the personal self here. All of these things, these old things, worship and tradition ideas, things that are done for hundreds of years. Everyone's old, bored and constipated, etc. So this is what people do. So then the scene changes to where everything is normal and months go on. That is the personal view here, but looks really funny when you see them on the real side for what they really are, the arrangement of the bones, etc. But in the physical part, it's all normal. Everything is normal, and things go on and on, etc. Again, you have the reptilian influence. All these people are doing these things, and you see the reptilians following them around, just like when Sandy went to the corporation and saw the reptilians with everybody, and underneath the building, etc. But the people there were thinking in their minds that the building was full of light, but it was full of bugs. So again, you're seeing that real side of it, and these different things, and when we're looking at things out here, we see all this stuff, these spiritual paths, the Dalai Lama, the Pope, all these things we've come through. When you see them on the real side, that's the real side you're seeing. Unless the real guides are backing them up, and it's making sense, and is focused on the ears, which it wasn't. It's focused on ritualistic stuff that draws in and attracts these things that are dead. The dead attracts the dead. It's very simple. You're not going to make anything out of it. As the old saying goes, you're not going to make a silk purse from a sow's ear. Everything attracts what it attracts. It doesn't matter what the cute little sayings are. the scriptures, etc. It has nothing to do with that. Overall, it has to do with the intent. This is what people don't see. They go along with the ideas, which become ritualism, ceremony, tradition, all these cute ideas that have been created, that seem to substantiate something, especially belief, hope, and faith. These things are nothing, but supposedly something. Again, people formulate their reality, and what you're seeing is the actuality of what people are performing, which equals nothing. It's deciding to wake up, and these experiences provide a better and better objective view of this. Sing the new you song, watch your dream visions, and let life and the real universal guides show you what is real now. New